What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today I want to talk about BS Orochi because I really feel like this character is being, I don't know, overshadowed by Rugal and probably a little bit undervalued by a lot of the players out there. This is absolutely an insane character, and they have done a tremendous amount for him. He really is a god. I mean, he really is the god that he should be. He's always had a great leadership for the boss fighters with the increase of charge rate and so on. But I mean, what they did for this character, they gave him the immunity for 4 seconds. This cannot be removed in PvP. This will keep him from taking damage. I mean, it is nice, guys. Whenever characters are doing their 3PG or 5PG skills, their supers, Rochi will not take any damage as long as this 4-second damage immunity is up. That is nice. It really increased his survivability. They jumped his attack from 30%, I believe, to 50% here, which is awesome, guys. I mean, that is tremendous. And they gave him the increased target damage received by 30% for 8 seconds upon landing a skill, which is OP. A meta effect for some massive increase to damage. Very nice. And then they also gave him this remove hyper armor or shield upon landing a hit. He's only one of 2 characters in the game that can remove a shield. Him and SS King. That is it. 70% chance is very high. And they also gave him the airborne, so now he can't really be juggled. As long as he's got this third skill available and he's getting juggled in PvP, he can immediately go out of it. And guess what? If they got a shield up, he could take it away right at that moment. Right? I mean, that's PvP, guys. He's really godly for PvP because of those reasons, and really just because he can juggle really well. He's got all these range attacks. He can hit anybody from anywhere in the screen. He can catch opponents whenever they're trying to come out of their rolls or coming out of their teleportations. I mean, he's pretty insane, but really for PvE, he's also freaking godly. And that's the thing that I think, because Rugal's so strong and because everybody's doing change-up kits on Rugal, you're seeing all these videos out there about him, and that's great, right? You guys know that he's my boy. But this character's actually pretty freaking nuts himself. He's no joke. They gave him the decreased active skill cooldown by 0.2 seconds, right? And that is massive whenever you're trying to run through your rotation guide. When you're trying to run through your skills, it helps your damage so much. The increased active skill damage dealt to targets affected by Starlight, and the fact that they gave him Starlight is godly, which means you can actually use this character on Lunatic against Guild, Raid, Rugal, right? But you can also use him even on Inferno, guys. He can actually put up a pretty amazing score even on Inferno. Now, I don't even have him optimally built, right? I mean, he's built good, but not optimally. These stones that I have on him, like this first stone, decreased enemy defenses by 20% for 4 seconds. It's okay, but I've tested this stone in the past, and it's just not as good as like increased active skill damage. It's not as good as increased target damage received. Those stones are just better than this one here, but it's okay. The second stone, decreased damage received, guys. He's just getting the double attack by 20%, but decreased damage received. If this was increased to blast skill or this one, it would be way better for this character, because whenever you watch his rotation, his first and second skill, you just spam the living hell out of his first and second skill over and over and over, because you want to get all those increased target damage received, and you want to get the increase to attack over and over and over. And then his hexagon stone, again, decreased damage received. So my Orochi is actually very tanky because of the stones that I have on him, but I honestly would prefer to have some increased active skill damage, increased blast skill damage. It'd be way better. And for those of you that are building Orochi and you just got him and you don't have, like, these are old stones here from other volume BS fighters, you could easily put just, double attack. Here, I'll just show you really quick. You could easily put just double attack stones on him like these right here, except it'd be for a green character. But you could put double attack and be increased attack, increase the balance type fighter, and increase starlight damage. And that actually would be better than what I'm doing. These are just 20% increased attack, whereas these increase attack by 22% as long as you have the right stone equipped to them. It actually would be better to use this instead of these right here as far as the build that I'm using. Now, if you were using different volume stones, it would be better for Orochi. And as far as this moon and star shaped stone, we do have, the increased attack starlight, and originally I actually had an increased attack chill damage stone here, and that just wasn't good enough for him. So I went ahead and changed it, leveled up a different stone for him to really try to bump up his damage. Now, as far as the cards that I'm using, this set really is pretty awesome for Orochi because it does increase your active skills for boss fighters, but it also has the increased attack by 20% for 5 seconds upon boss and fighter landing a blast skill, on a 10-second cooldown. It's actually a really, really good set. It really bumps up his damage quite a bit. And these two are actually really good because this Transcendent card increased Balance That Fighter critical damage by 7.5%, which is really good. And then this card actually increases Blast Skill. And it does increase Balance That Fighter burn damage by 11.8%, but Orochi doesn't have, or this version of Orochi doesn't have burn damage, although I could use that card for the 97 Orochi version, right? And it would work really well on him. This version here only has Starlight damage. So let me show you a couple things, guys. So the first thing is we can go into Dungeon of Trials here, and I'll just show you how much damage he does in Dungeon of Trials really quick here. And you might be surprised. You might be surprised by how much damage this guy does. Now, he is at A5, right? Let's keep that in mind, right? But I'm going to go ahead and give him a really good, well, he's already got it. Okay, never mind. He's already got a good striker. Okay, having Kula is really good because when you apply chill damage at the very beginning, you can do even more damage, right? Even if, by the way, even if Kula here was just, you know, A1, as long as you're using her as a striker, it doesn't matter. And a lot of people were able to get her from the previous event that we just had. So watch this, right? And you guys, you might be surprised. You might be surprised by how much damage this guy can actually do. Remember, he doesn't have his change-up kit. It isn't unlocked, right? If it was, we could increase his active skill damage. We could increase his attack, all these things. And that does make a big, big difference. All right, let's come on back here. This is pretty crazy, guys. This is pretty crazy. Now, we got to play him a certain way in order to do this right. There we go. And if you notice, I'm kind of focusing on the blast skills a little bit here. And now look at that. 166 million, guys. 166 million. That is not no small score. And my fame system is at level 10. That's a pretty damn good score. That's actually quite strong. I know it's not Rugal doing 250 million on my account, but remember, Rugal has his change-up kit. He has all that increased active skill damage. He has all that. I'm not saying Orochi's as strong as Rugal PvE-wise. He's not. But he is damn strong. The character has a lot of power. But let me show you something where he actually shines quite a bit. Might actually surprise you. Now, there is a caveat to using Orochi in Guild Raid. And this honestly kind of pisses me off. And actually, I might rant about it a little bit in this video. But whenever you use this 3PG, it can get interrupted. Now, why is it that the BS version of Orochi's 3PG can get interrupted? I have no idea. Most other 3PGs for SS and BS characters don't get interrupted, but that's neither here nor there. Watch what happens here. So this is Lunatic, and we need Starlight damage. Watch how much damage this guy does. Now I'm just going to use this team right here. They're all BS characters, so they're going to get that increased attack by 10% as long as they're above 70% HP. And then, of course, with Crystal's leadership, they increase to boss fighters by 60%, right? So let's see how much damage we do here. And watch this meter, guys. Watch this meter. Watch how many hits Orochi does. This is nutty. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Bring it, Rugal. Bring it. You're going down, boy. This is crazy, man. I was actually shocked. Shocked, right? Obviously, he's going to build his 3PG up super, super fast. Look at that. Right? Now watch this shit. Now he gets a decreased skill cooldown. Having 97 Orochi on the team here. Look at it, guys. Look at this. Right? Look at how fast he is breaking that meter. And you really want to spam Orochi's first and second skill because those are his blast skills. Now, here's the bad thing. This 3PG is going to get interrupted. Now, we are going to decrease damage C by 12% whenever we use it. Right? And that's nice. But it's just bullshit that it gets interrupted. I honestly can't stand that. But as you guys can see, Orochi is no joke in this. He puts up some freaking awesome numbers, which is awesome, right? We already applied Starlight, and luckily the 3PG does do a lot of hits. Which is nice, especially after already applying Starlight, right? I mean, look at that, guys. When his first skill hits, well, really even his second skill, it just melts that meter like I don't even know what to say, man. It's just so fast, right? It's so fast. There we go. And now we're going to be able to span through our skills super, super fast, guys. I mean, this character, without his change-up, guys, can pretty much solo about 2 billion, right? He can get almost 2 billion. Look at this. And the other thing is, Rugal can't get away. Because of Orochi's range attacks, Rugal cannot escape. Like, he can go all the way to the end of the screen if he wants, but Orochi's still going to hit him. That's kind of the nice thing about Orochi. And because I have all these decreased damage received stones, we're going to block. Okay, there we go. I mean, look at that. Boom. Melted. Like, seriously? Really? Right? Plus his PG gains just nuts. I mean, if this 3PG didn't get interrupted, he would be even better. He would be even better, guys. Like, I don't understand why his 3PG gets interrupted. I think that's really freaking stupid. Like, seriously, the god of KOF's 3PG gets interrupted. But other characters that aren't even part of the KOF franchise in this game, theirs don't get interrupted. Now, what's going on with that? Why is that? It doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, I seriously could throw a hell of a rant about that. Right? But, I mean, just look at how fast you can sit there and go through his skills. It's just insane. Look at that. I mean, Rugal doesn't stand a chance. Right? He doesn't stand a chance. Right? I mean, even you could do like what I was talking about in yesterday's video and just give him 98 Athena. Right? There we go. Booyah! Piece of cake. But as you guys can see, I mean, look at that. We got 3 seconds left. Almost 1.8 billion, right? Right? And you can rack up a hell of a score with this guy. That's a solo from him. Right? No change-up kit, nothing like that, right? He doesn't even have the optimal stones on him, right? I got a fame system of level 10. That is insanely good. That is a hell of a good score. But watch this. Check this out. So yesterday I told you guys that Zero is pretty godly here. Now, Zero on my main account isn't leveled up. In fact, he isn't even awakened, right? He's not awakened. He's just level 90. He doesn't have any capsules. Really, the only thing we're using him for here is to apply a little bleed and a little poison, which we need for this boss, right? That's all we really care about. We just want to apply those dots so we can actually break the meter with Orochi's shredding ability, because he does have a shredding ability. And you just, these guys, we just got the Serena set so I can, get up to Zero's 3PG really quick, because it doesn't get interrupted. I mean, Zero's doesn't get interrupted, but Orochi's does. I mean, Chrysalids 3PG does get interrupted, which was always something that I couldn't stand, right? By the way, Chrysalid does have Starlight. I could have used him, but I just wanted to show you a solo with Orochi, right? Now, watch this. All right, so I got to do that again because I actually made a little mistake, man. Really, the most important thing in order to keep Zero alive is to make sure that I always got Chrysalid in there whenever Rugal does his explosion, right? And always make sure that Chrysalid's second skill is up so he has that decreased damage received. So watch this, guys. Watch how well Orochi shreds the living hell out of Rugal's skill. Right, here we go. Watch this. Yeah. Now look at that. And now I don't want to. Okay. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Right? We were able to use Chrysalid's second skill right before Rugal did that explosion. I think his decreased damage received lasts like 3 seconds. So during that 3-second window, you got to make sure that your decreased damage receives up while Rugal is doing his explosion. And here we go. And now it's just time to start devouring Rugal and destroying him. Okay, we'll just go ahead and do the 3PG. Try to stall the timer a little bit. Whoa. Oh, crap. See, there we kind of screwed up. We weren't able to get our second skill up fast enough, which kind of sucked. But as long as Chrysalid's alive, that's all that really matters, man. He won't take much damage at all, as long as we can put up his second skill. right? And we'll just go ahead and do our 3PG here. Now, another little trick is, you know, whenever you have a character like with that decreased damage received, you can just sit there and do this kind of number where you can always keep the decreased damage received up, right? Just like so. Now, Rugal should do an explosion here really soon. There we go. Perfect. We were able to get it up. Okay. And now we use this. If Zero gets hit, the fact that he's not awakened, he'll die instantly. All it's going to take is one shot and he'll die. His shield won't even come into play. That's what happened to me a second ago. That's why I had to do this. And now we can spam our skills again. And guys, right? Damn it. Okay, but you get the drift, guys. I'm going to go ahead and stop, but 935 million. I kind of screwed up there. I didn't quite hit my second skill fast enough, but if you time things right, you can get it done. But we hit almost 1 billion, right? And we still had like 30 seconds left. I mean, Orochi melts. His shredding ability is just absolutely nuts. The guy can freaking destroy this content, especially properly played, guys. I mean, if you had a higher leveled up Zero and you were using Orochi, you're still going to be able to melt super, super easy, although you probably just play with Zero. I mean, really on my free-to-play account, I just use Zero. But it is insane how strong this character is. He really is godly. I mean, seriously. And people are always asking me, you know, should I pull for Orochi? Should I pull for Rugal? Well, the thing is, guys, look, we know that the Street Fighter collaboration is coming on March 24th. Many of you joined this game for Street Fighter. And my answer to you, if you're waiting for Street Fighter, is no, don't pull for them. You should have only used your limited banner rubies, not these up here, but the limited banner rubies to pull for the characters. And that's it. Once you've done that, you should have stopped and save your rubies for the Street Fighter collaboration, because as strong as Orochi and Rugal are, more than likely the Street Fighter characters are going to be just as strong, if not stronger. That is the nature of this game. They just introduced power creep like pretty much with almost every single banner. So I would never recommend to pull for these characters unless you love them, unless you're a fan of Orochi, unless you're a fan of Rugal. That's the only way I would ever advise anybody to pull for these characters. But if you're trying to save your rubies for that Street Fighter collaboration, then that's going to be the way to go. But I mean, if you do have Orochi and Rugal, they're going to be godly for you. They will. They will be godly, even if they're not A5 and all jacked up. So let me know what y'all think about Orochi destroying Guild Raid. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody.